When I started YouTubing, I had no idea what I was doing. I would just put out a video and hope that people liked what I was saying. Since then, I've developed a little more strategy and understanding of how to put together a video. So this one thing that I want to talk about today is, in my opinion, the basis of any video. And without this, I don't believe that you can connect with the audience that you're talking to. I heard a lot of strategies and tips and tricks along the way for YouTube and what I should do, what I need to do, and, doing a hook and getting people engaged in the first 30 seconds and all that. But nothing really got me like storytelling got me. And when I talk about storytelling, I don't mean just like telling a story, like me sitting down and telling you, when I was a kid, we did things this way and then something happened. And I mean, that's one way to tell a story, but the story that I'm talking about is more of a structure to your videos. And it took me a long time to realize this, and I didn't understand after I've heard a lot of people talk about story, and I watched a lot of videos on it, but I didn't understand what it really meant, and it still kind of intrigues me and troubles me, but I'm working through that. But I really had to understand that there's a structure to it, and the way that you talk to people, it makes sense because it's been going on since the beginning of humans. I had heard other people talk about story and how important it is, and it wasn't one of the main focuses of a lot of the tips and tricks. Guys that are out there that are telling you how to get more views and all this, but it was something that specific people would talk about, and it looked like it was important, but it looked so complicated, and I just didn't grasp it. I didn't understand it. And the thing that was troubling me most with it was I didn't know how to apply it to my kind of video, because I didn't really have characters. I didn't have something that people were trying to overcome and get to. I didn't know how to apply that to where I was and what I was trying to say, and how to structure my videos in a way that could tell a story, like a story. I guess the word story kind of threw me. And so I played with it and I tried to figure it out and I tried to understand it, but I never really could grasp, how do I apply this to my channel? Once I was able to break this down and look at it more in the structure that it's in and see the components that went into this story structure, it made it easier to understand. It helped me to understand each individual piece, and when I broke it down into segments, I was able to shoot those segments individually. And then once I shot those individually, it helped me to go back, put the footage into the editor, and understand the flow better, understand where the story was going. And even though I don't really have any characters, other people in my videos, there's still characters, there's still character development, there's still things going on, there's still an enemy, there's still a hero, there's all the things that go into a story. It's just, you have to look at it a little different. I think that was what confused me the most. So once I started to get this structure going, and I started to film in segments, and I started to look back and understand where everything was going, it really helped me to put it all together and use this structure in all of my videos, and help me to form my ideas and change them into a way to better present them to you. So here's the cool thing that happened once I started to implement this strategy, just tried to figure all this stuff out, is not only did it help my flow with what I was trying to do, but it helped with my audience retention. People were watching more of my videos. I was actually getting more comments on my videos too. And my subscriber count went up. And so all of this together told me that this was working, because this was pretty much the only thing I had changed. So the cool thing about that was that it told me that it's working. So if you do one change at a time, like something like this, and you see a change, obviously that's the thing that did it. What's difficult is going and changing a bunch of stuff at the same time and then wondering, okay, which one helped? But doing all this was really good for the ease of my flow. Everything flowed better. The creation process became not only easier for me to understand, but easier for me to actually do. It made more sense, it flowed better, I was able to present a better message, and overall it was a successful experiment. So if you're feeling stuck or you don't have kind of a structure to your videos, I would encourage you to look into storytelling and at least try to give it a glance and take a look and see if it's going to be able to work for you, because I saw really good results from it. So I know that it works, and I think that was the biggest thing that helped my channel. And as I learn it, I've looked at other channels and I see that story structure in different ways in so many different channels. So I would say give it a go. What do you got to lose? And hopefully it'll help you out. Thanks for watching.